If we lack this receptivity, we will lose everywhere. We will lose our own self. The greed will, the greed will overpower us. That's all. Thank you.
Great presentation, Swati. The next participant is Chintamani Chaudhary, Symbiosis Institute of Technology. A great round of applause for Chintamani.
So very good afternoon, one and all present. I'm Chintamani Chaudhary. I'm going to speak on the topic that we are just thinking. So I'm quite new to Oratory and the Divine Mother. So if I say anything wrong, I've just observed over 2 days and I've studied about them in recent. So if I say anything wrong, I'm already sorry for it. The video started with a very wonderful line, but I was not abstracting, you need something. And this completely reminded me of incidents when I was a child, and me and my father we went to see a magic show. And the magician suddenly disappears the ball which was there in his hand. And my dad asked me, did you see the magic ball disappear? I said, yes. Did you see that the magic happened? And I said, yes. And my father then showed me that it wasn't a magic. It was just, a trick of hands. How he disappeared the ball. And at that moment I realized, so magic doesn't exist. He said the magic existed because you believe it does. And that was what the point. It was, you have to believe that something exists. And then the next point came that you have to feel that you are incomplete to get something inside you. You have to believe that you are incomplete, and that's what is self-realization. And that's how the video started for me. This was what I understood through the video, that you have to know. The mother said that the love already exists in this world. The love is all over this world. But if you're too stubborn, if you're already thinking that you're too bounded, that no, I don't need anything, I'm already complete, you will never be able to receive it. To receive it, the very first step is you have to realize that yes, it exists. You have to believe. You have to believe that yes, I can take it, and you have to feel your emptiness. Another thing that happened was giving. The mother discussed that how giving is important, and not only giving. You have to realize the happiness of giving without expecting anything from others. You don't have to just give to another person and expect back that yes, that person, I'm doing this thing in a favor, or someday other he will return it to me. No. You have to just be happy giving. And this concept I understood another time, like 7 months back when there was elections in my college. I was contesting for the post of vice president. My elder brother Rishikesh Kumbalkar was contesting for the post of president. And when there are elections, there come a lot of fights. There was our opponent. He came to Rishikesh and he said something in front of many people. He insulted him. And a short-tempered person like me would have just straightly punched him in the face and said, yes, I won't give it. But what Rishikesh did, he didn't punch him. He just gave him a smile and said, it's okay. And I was very confused on Rishikesh, and I was angry on him that why did you get yourself insulted? This is not the way. He just gave a smile to me and he kept his hand on my shoulder and said, you will understand it really soon. After 7 months, same incident happened with me. Me being the vice president, there was some other guy who insulted me in front of many people. The old Chintamani would have punched him in the face and would have said, you can't just do this to the vice president of this college and his campus. But I didn't do it. I overcome my short-temperedness. I realized that yes, why calmness is important. I realized it, that I have to think before I take any action, because that thing would have been good. At last I went to word with a self-written line. तेरे ज्ञान के अंधेरे में तू यकीन का दिया जला, तूने तू सर उठाएगा तो पता चलेगा तेरा ज्ञान को तालाब है और तुझे आगे समुद्र दिखेगा। धन्यवाद।
The next participant is Abhiksha Mohanty from Silicon University. Great round of applause for him.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Abhiksha Mohanty from Silicon University, feeling immensely privileged to stand in front of you and share my ideas on the given topic, the divinity. In the whole field of miseries and sorrows, there do exist the divinity, Lord Jagannath. The symbol in Sri Aurobindo represents 4 petals about the wisdom, the strength, harmony, and perfection. perfection, which are the utmost in an individual's life to succeed in his or her career. The aspects that I would like to take forward with me in my upcoming fields are sincerity. The first and foremost thing that we need to believe in ourselves, that we have to be organic to ourselves. We do not have to see somebody else or see the or we need not to be pretend or fake in front of somebody to make ourselves look better. Then comes gratitude. Gratitude stands in every field of life, like the birds singing or the birds chirping, the flowers blooming, and many other things. In the setting sun also we can find gratitude. Perseverance, like for a 5-year-old child, if writing an alphabet A, unless and until he becomes perfect at it, is what perseverance means to me. Aspiration, you need to know what you are meant for, what your goal is, and what you are standing for. Receptivity is to receive the divinity or to receive the divine force and allow it to work, guide one's sight, will, and action. Willingness to let the power of action to be with you forever and ever. Progress, first you need to know how to open what you are meant to be. First, the condition is to recognize whatever you are and where you are standing. Even if you are wrong or right, doesn't matter. The only thing which matters is you are standing for yourself. That's when you can only progress. Courage is a force that stands in the way of sadhana. Sadhana is nothing but the spiritual of discipline. The one shloka that I could remember it cited in the Gita was Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Nama Nama. That just means the whole surrenderness to the God. Once you are surrendered to the God, you can feel your soul, you can feel the purity, you can succeed in your life. Then comes the God. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude by saying you can only proceed in your life by peace, calm, and silence. But whenever you feel ignored, do not panic. All you need to do is believe in yourself and you can change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Apeksha. Next participant in line is Amarjeet Mohan, BJP Autonomous College. A great round of applause for Amarjeet.
My love is always with you all day. These words of mother had a deep impact on me when I watched the video. Myself, Amarjeet Mohan, I am here to give out what I interpreted from the video clip that I saw. Nowadays we see some people ask that, do God exist? If yes, then why can't we see Him? Why can't we feel Him? We feel air, wind, but why can't we feel Him? The answer I want to give through an example. I want you all to imagine a closed room, a closed dark room, and a person sitting there complaining about why there is no light, complaining about why we can't feel the light. And what will we say to that such a person? We will say, just come out of that room, come out of that door and just look up at the sky. Sun is always there. We can feel the sun every time. Similarly, Mother says, my love is always with you, but you can't feel it if then there is something wrong, that is, you lack receptivity. You are closed in a room, and that room is ego or vanity. Vanity keeps us aloof from reality, from the outside reality. It keeps us in the imagination that we are everything, we cannot be ever wrong. But when we make ourselves realize about two things, sincerity and humility, and make our every tiny part of our being believe that it can admit the wrong that we did and mistakes we did, only then we can get out of the room. When we initially come out of the room, it will hurt a lot. But slowly, slowly, when the divine light reaches us, then we want to be in peace, and we will realize how foolish we were to be in that closed room of ignorance. True principle, sincerity and humility is required to have that receptivity. To be sincere is to be pure. Aurobindo says, to desire nothing except purity, force, light, calmness, to do nothing opposite of what we aspire or claim. That is sincerity. And that is the first component of perceptivity. The second component is humility. What is humility? Why do we have ego? Who are we? In this creation, large, infinite creation, in the tiniest galaxies, tiniest solar systems, tiniest planets, and we are tiniest beings. And we think we are everything. That is not right. We have to focus on humility. Gratitude is also that we have to give all that one is and all that we have to give. When I am here, I am not one thing to attract or manifest a price to do things, but I am here to give what I have interpreted. I am here to give out all that I had, and like a tree, which expects nothing in return. And it's the message I interpreted it from.
Thank you, Amanji. The next contestant is Chandrachud Sitka from Gift College. A big round of applause for him.
A very good afternoon to all the visited jury members and to all my fellow participants. Today I am present here to present my view and my opinion on the very beautiful words and the very beautiful topics that I came across from the video that was presented to me. So if I have to sum up the whole video into a particular theme or into a particular topic, I would summarize it to be how to open up yourself to reach enlightenment. Enlightenment is the very thing which we require the most in this era of pollution and corruption. In this era, enlightenment is the thing which the humanity is missing the most, because enlightenment is the only thing that will lead to the overall betterment of the human decision and to the overall betterment of the human society. We humans are termed as to be the smartest in the world. We are the species of mind, but what we need to remember is that we need to be species of psychic mind. And that's the thing that we are forgetting the most. Self-satisfaction, false pleasures are the only things that we are surrounded with. This self-satisfaction will lead to many pleasures, many things. But what it will eventually lead is imperfection. You will try to find imperfection within yourself, and that is the only thing that will eat you up from inside. Because of which the mother always stated that you need not to deviate from your path. You need to know what your final destination is, and you need to maintain a proper personality of your own. She said, to maintain your personality strong, your 4 aspects must be very strong, which is wisdom, strength, harmony, and perfection. And if someone masters them all, he will have a great personality to reach his spirit. And this is the thing that we should focus on. According to her, the principle of the human mind should be sincerity and humility. But still we are only searching for self-satisfaction, fake pleasures in this world. And that's for which only we need to open up ourselves. By meaning of open up, we need to give only. We need to give everything that we have to the world. But most importantly, to give without any expectations. And that's only how you will open up to the world. Once you started giving up, you will start to learn more and more, which will further lead to enlightenment. There are many things that a human can do, but still we choose fake pleasures. We have all came across an Hollywood film, which is Matrix, which stated how that within this world of fake pleasure, the human will always choose fake pleasure over the real happiness. For which we need to find the true happiness within ourselves. We need to find the joy of divine consciousness within ourselves. And we must know how to give more and more without any expectations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandraji. The next participant is Sakshi from Kalinga Institute of Nursing Science. A big round of applause for her. good afternoon to everyone who's present here. Myself Sakshi, and I am pursuing BSc Nursing from Kalinga Institute of Nursing Sciences. From today's video, I took something for myself, and that were the two words, to receive and to give. And I think, as we were talking yesterday, that all of us want to seek peace in life. Then how will we seek that peace? To seek that peace, we should be able to receive the love around us and to give and reciprocate that love to everyone who's present around us. The one who has gratitude for everything in their life, whether it was good or it was bad, is the one who can really enjoy the life. The Mother, the Divine Mother, has represented 12 attributes in her work which led us to the path to divine. The first one was sincerity. That means purity in whatever we do. Humility, that means realization of the presence of the Supreme Power. Then gratitude, the gratefulness towards what we have. Then perseverance, the patience to go through all the ordeals and changes. And aspiration, which is an aim towards which we work. The receptivity, the ability to receive the goodness and knowledge present around us. Then progress, which is the motivation to work towards the aim. These progress makes us to realize our own mistakes and our growth. The courage to stand and speak your thoughts in front of everyone. And the goodness without a native and expectation. Generosity towards others with a feeling of equality to each and every soul. Once all these powers are felt, one can experience the real peace in the life. In order to be able to feel all this power in ourselves, we need to be sincere, as Sri Aurobindo said. Desire nothing but the purity of your soul. For experience the force of divine, wideness in your vision, calmness in the mind, and ananda in the art of giving your all to the world. And see then what can stop you from receiving the love of that divine light. One who wishes to feel real happiness should be able to open themselves to receive. They need to have the sense that one cannot survive in this world alone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi, for your beautiful presentation. Next contestant is Rashmi for Hanskal from IHL. Big round of applause for her.
Good morning, dear gentle listeners. I'll start by saying that I'm not perfect in giving speeches. It's my first time. So my thoughts on the video, I'll say that I was 10 years old when I first, he was one of my favorite persons in my life, my Nanaji. He had a sudden death, sudden heart attack. After that, I thought that it's not something that God has created us and some or the other day we have to go. And I thought that it's because of God. He went away, he left us, it's because of God. So after that, there was a phase in my life that, no, I don't want to believe it. I stopped going to Gurdwara, I stopped everything. And my parents started thinking that, no, she's becoming bad. We have to kind of approach her to spiritualism. And I am a person who does not like to show off that I believe in God. Still, I don't, tell my parents that yes, I do chant Vaheguru, but they think that I don't do. So, now coming to the main topic, I heard the voice of the mother, and she did indeed spoke beautiful words. One line she spoke about that as Sri Aurobindo says, desire nothing but the purity, force, light, wideness, calm of the divine, and the divine will eventually provide you the certain articles that you are living or that you want to achieve in your life. One should also not pretend to be good enough, that I am good at this, I am good at that, you should love me, you should hate me. And that's what happens in everybody's life. you do feel that you want to be the certain person, to be the center of attraction for everyone, that everyone would get motivated with. So I did thought of putting my thoughts on that. Then comparing yourself with others will harm you, not them. That's what I think. And that's what the mother also said in the video. So you should also have the courage to be yourself, to show, and it would be a joy to submit yourself to the divine. You feel the power, you feel the sources that is protecting you. And I would definitely say before coming to the performance or giving the speech, I never knew who was Aurobindo, to be honest. I never knew who was mother. But after yesterday's debate, I got to know that there is something in the world that we need to follow. We need to know the truth. We need to know the nature. And by that only we will get to know the answers of our questions. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Great presentation, Rashmi. So the last participant from Group B is Pratyasha Singh, Institute of Health Science. A great round of applause for her.
My warm greetings to one and all, everyone that are present here. I'm Pratyasha Singh of Institute of Health Science, Bhubaneswar. Before I start saying anything about the topic, I want to mention, yesterday when Sir gave his speech, he said that we all that are present here are basically in a journey to self-discovery. So what I understood from the video that was shown to us and also the paper that was presented to us is basically a guide to help us in our self-discovery of your evolved being or your divine conscious. I was really confused what that divine word means. Everybody was talking about it yesterday. I didn't know that. Today I kind of have a knowledge about it, and I think it's about the conscious being that we need to discover. So we were given a sheet which mentioned the mother symbol. What I feel, basically the person who has not yet discovered or the person who is in the journey to self-discovery of that conscious being is an unbloomed flower. Okay? And because we were shown a video full of blooming flowers, so I think the one who has already reached the consciousness is the bloomed flower, which in the core we will find the divine consciousness. So the mother symbol, basically we have to unfold it with the layers. There are certain layers. So the first outer layer that are the four aspects that the mother finds is your wisdom, strength, harmony, perfection. And there are certain attributes that we have to work on to reach that being. The first thing that there are certain things that she said is we have to be humble or humility. Is the art of humility. That I believe we should all have a beginner's mindset, which I believe is to be open to accept new things. To be open that we don't, that mindset that I don't know anything and I'm happy to accept what you want to give to me. To be able to absorb what anybody is giving is one thing that I took away from that paper that was provided. And also the quality of gratitudeness. That is, the more grateful, I believe the more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. So I believe that if you are grateful for the small things that are in your life, you will see, you will ignore all the bad things that you have. In conclusion, I would say that all these videos, this discussion, everybody present over here pondering upon what is spirituality and divinity is basically we trying to conclude or see what is within us and be comfortable with it. So we are trying to find that. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratyasha. So, a great round of applause for all these contestants. start the oral presentation of Group 3. The first contestant of Group 3 is Soumyarani Panda, Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical. Please give her a great round of applause for her. बच्चों दिखाओ चल के ये देश है तुम्हारा नेता तुम्ही हो कल के. A warm afternoon to each and everyone present over here, respected jury members and all my dear friends. My name is Soumyarani Panda from Rolite Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, standing in front of you to express my views on the video which we have shown, which I have given a topic to it, that is the divine power. So, yesterday I was roaming around the campus of this college and I was thinking about the question which ma'am asked me yesterday. What is that which you seek in your life? So ma'am, I seek the power to change this world. I seek the power to embrace my feminine energy because I am a woman. A woman can be Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga as well as Kali. Yatra naryastu purjante. Ramante Tatra Devata, which means where women are worshipped, divinity blossoms. There are the four central petals that represent the power of the Divine Mother. That is Maheshwari, wisdom, Mahakali, strength, Mahalakshmi, harmony, and Mahasaraswati, perfection. Only we people, the God send us the beauty, the nature to express ourselves. So how can we attain divinity in this world? First of all, we have to learn not to give up. So when I was a child, when I was not able to walk perfectly or say cross-legged, everybody used to mock me. When I was in class 6, I had an interest in sports, but due to lack of confidence, I never went to it. But in class 6, after so many practices, I did it and I failed in it. But I did not give up and again did it in class 8. I succeeded in it. I won the second prize in 100-meter race. I give debate so many times, but even failed in a small debate competition. And see now I am standing in the national level debate competition in front of so many great personalities and speaking here, expressing my thoughts. So this is how we have to attain divinity. There are the dual attributes that represent the power of the mother manifested in us all. Sincerity, humility, gratitude, perseverance, aspiration, receptivity, progress, courage, goodness, generosity, equality, and peace. So सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, Soumya, for your energetic presentation. So the next participant in line is Shiv Shankar Das from Ravenshaw University. A great round of applause for him.
Glory to the Divine Mother, glory to Sri Aurobindo. A very good afternoon to one and all present over here. I feel really grateful, privileged and blessed by the Divine to express my thoughts about the words of the Divine Mother. Without the Divine, we are nothing. Without the Divine, we can do nothing. Without the Divine, we can understand nothing. Without the Divine, we are but mere chaos and ignorance. Said by the Divine Mother with utmost humility. Humility. The value that we really need in our life, but we are severely lacking. Humility. The true humility is a sense that we need, that we are nothing. There is no I. The humility which is there in front of the Divine. Humility. Humility which we need in our lives for our own betterment. Where there is an absence of ego. Where there is an absence of the word I, as I said. We as human beings are really insignificant. It makes no sense of getting trapped in our self-elevated ego and self-imposed belief that we are greater than everyone else. It is truly said that ego is the toughest enemy of a human being because it does not solve anything. It makes no ease in our life, rather puts obstacles in our way to divine. We must remember that most men get up to the pedestal of success, fame, everything, just to fall back again, just to fall down again. It is just because of their ego, due to the absence of humility, modesty, submissiveness. Rather, humility is the sense, a precise, exact, practical and pragmatic sense which drives us smoothly through the circumstances in our life. We as human beings are really insignificant. Let me explain it to you with the help of an example. There is a bacterial fungus called unilateral cardiacis. It gets through the body of the ant through its respiration, hijacks its brain, and manipulates the way it senses smell. Because as to everything through the sense of smelling pheromones, right? It hijacks the brain of the ant, manipulates it, and makes it walk all above to the leaf of a plant and makes it bite on the plant with an abnormal force. With that, the ant dies. Then the unilateral cardiacis grows inside it and uses its body as its food, shelter, and the ultimate monument for itself. And after growing up to a certain level, it grows, rupturing the skull of the ant and flies away through the wind, going to more unsuspicious prey. A small unilateral cardiacis, that is a bacteria, can do this to an ant. You and me have millions of bacteria in our body. Who knows when our lives end and the environment starts from us. So the point is to understand that we are nothing but mere human beings. We have to bring the utmost humility to ourselves. Prakrute kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankar vimudatma kartamati manyate. Everything is done by the divine, but it's the ego of the human being that makes us think that we are doing everything. Thank you. Glory to the Divine Mother, and glory to Sri Aurobindo.
Thank you, Shiv. The next contestant is L. Isbal Sairati from RCS. Great round of applause for her.
Hare Krishna everyone, I am Dimple Sairati representing Regional College of Management. So let's get started. Dharma Artha Kama Mokshanam Upadesham Samanvatam Purvavrittam Kathayuktam Itihasam Prachakshate. This simply means from ancient times till now our scriptures, Vedas, literatures have taught us that spirituality is unification of Atma with the Paramatma, the soul with the divine. Thus, coming to humanity, People will forget what you said them. People will also forget what you did for them. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Because experience remains. So we need to have 3 factories in life. Ice factory for your head. Remain cool, calm and composed in provocative situations. Sugar factory for your mouth, because the Brahmastra of Kalyug is your tongue, and words can make anything, break anything. Use it wisely. Third is love factory for your heart. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. This world is full of miseries. Therefore, in this materialistic world, we all are running behind superficial happiness, which is not even worth. So let's do Nishkama Karma Manav Dharma, because Dharayati iti Dharma and Manav Dharma Sarvopari. Then life will give you the 4th factory, which is you will be satisfactory. Coming to mind, just the Bhagavad Gita chapter 6 comes to my mind. If you befriend your mind, then it will become your friend and will empower you to grow to the highest. But if you do not befriend your mind, it will become your enemy and will lead to your downfall. You need to have meditativeness, which is the spirit of thinking that you are the solution to everything. Therefore, the combination of stability and clarity comes together will provide the freedom of thoughts, actions, body, mind and soul. So, when being asked by Arjuna, Krishna said that Asanchayam Mahabaho Manodurnigraham Chalam Abhyasetu Kaunteya Vairagyecha Bruhyate. It simply means, oh mighty son of Kunti, you are absolutely correct. The mind is indeed very restrained and it is very difficult to control. But with abhyasa, practice and only practice, we can control our mind. And with Indriya Nigraha, we can get over Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. Then divine is everywhere. We do not need to go to a spiritual place or a particular place of worship to feel the aura, to feel the energy. We can find it everywhere. And as divine is everywhere, duality is inevitable and duality is everywhere too. So you need to be tolerant. And in case of misunderstanding, you need to use the simple TIA formula. T for tolerate, E for encourage, A for accept and R for respect. Then you will automatically lead a happy life. 2 add-ons. Be humble, be grateful. Life cannot be perfect, but life can definitely be happy. I want to conclude by saying that Sabha Kalpa Tarubhati Veda Sakhopa Shobhitaha Sahasra Pushpa Samakirna Vadvat Bhamar Sangitaha. With the blessings of the divine, we all will grow like a tree, we all will bloom like a beautiful flower, we all will shine like the sun, and one day we will be the bestest one. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day.
Now, the next contestant is Shashwati Soumya Swain from Revensa University. Great round of applause for her, please.
A very good afternoon to all. This is Shashwati Soumya Swain. So today I am dividing my whole speech or presentation into 2 parts. Firstly, I will speak about what I have analyzed throughout the video I have seen, and secondly, I want to share some of my personal views. So firstly, what I have analyzed is that we must get the conscious power from the divine by the sense of humility. We must be humble enough, and we should ignore the thing of self-importance. We must be so brave enough so that we can accept everything about the divine. And we should have the courage so that we can accept everything from the divine. So here it is that without humility, it is all about ego and impotency and selfishness. But with divine and humility, it is truth, life, power, love and felicity. And now, I want to say that we should not think ourselves very big or very small. We should not consider ourselves as very important or very unimportant. And because we are nothing, we must walk according to the path shown by the divine. And that's only called humility. Because humility, the biggest humility, lies in the humility to the divine. And I want to say that we must be humble. We must go on to the path of the divine. And we own nothing, we are nothing, and we do nothing without divine. Because divine is the sole commander of our life. And without this humility, there are chaos and impotency also. And we must be we must have the sense of humility throughout our psychic mind, throughout our body, and also by the vital association. And I want to also say about that we must be having a sense of we can go on to the silent path. There is a lot of path that we have to travel except the path we have already traveled. So we must have the sense of humility so that we can improve. There is scope of improvement only with the help of humility. Without humility, we cannot improve. There is no scope of improvement. And I want to also cite an example of learning process. In learning, we must first have the sense of humility. Because if we think that if we have all the knowledge and nothing is important for us, then we cannot learn anything. And now I have to also say that Vidyam Darati Vinayam. Without education, we cannot get humility. By education only, we can get the thinking of self-reflection, introspection, critical thinking, and everything like this. We must accept our mistakes, we must get feedback from others, and we must also learn from others and reject egoism. No one is perfect. And from man to superman, in that we have studied that there must be no ego and there is always a scope of humility. And there must be a gulf between supramental power and abasis matter on the earth. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Shashwati. The next contestant is N. Harapriya Reddy, Government Science College, Chhatrapur.
A very good afternoon to one and all present over here. My name is N. Harapriya Reddy, and today I stand over here to point my views upon the given video presentation. There are two roads, and I chose the road not taken. This is the light that I remembered when I was in the midst of watching the video clip. And I think this line perfectly represents the path to the divine, the path to humility. So today I stand here to advocate strongly on the word I. What is I? I think it is oneself. It is a being. And it is devoid of all the desires, both material desires and the emotional desires. And I stand forefront in our unconscious mind. Yes, you heard it right. The unconscious mind and not the conscious mind. Because we have got hundreds of things to think in our conscious mind at present. Maybe it is the appearance of us, how are we standing, how are we looking, what is the income state, what is the status in the society, what is the position that we stand here, and many more. But just close your eyes for once and try to think who you are and why are you here. As the quote speaks, once you are conscious of your being, you are free soul. You have achieved the humility, the divine. And what is humility? Well, in words of the Divine Mother, humility is the divine power. It is the conscious power that is free from all the ego. It is the conscious power that opens ourselves to the guidance of the divine and kindles the light of humility in our hearts. The Divine Mother had also quoted the video clip that I saw that do not think of yourself as big or small, as important or very unimportant, because we are nothing in ourselves. The Supreme alone exists. So in conclusion, I would like to describe the small picture that was given in the write-up. There was a wheel in which the center, it was the divine consciousness. It was guiding the four petals of power, that is wisdom, the Maheshwari, strength, the Mahakali, the humanity, the Mahalakshmi, and the perfection, Mahasaraswati. And at last, I would like to conclude my speech with a very beautiful quote that is, the language of God is the only truth, and all else is just poor translation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Harapriya. The next contestant is Isha Giri from OUTR.
The mind, the vital, and the body should learn and feel that we are wholly incapable of understanding and judging the divine, not only in its essence, but in its actions, in its truth and manifestation. The true humility lies there, and when we receive that, we are guided to peace and quiet. A very good afternoon, everyone present over here. My name is Isha Devi. Every human being has something divine in himself. There's something special. He has a chance to pass the test of strength and power. However small that the sphere the God has to offer, we can accept it or refuse it. But our task here is to find it, develop it, and use it. The purpose here is to find that small special thing in us and work on it to perfect it. When Narcissus in the Greek mythology fell in love with his own reflection, what he lost, the virtues that he lost, was due to his vanity, self-absorption, and ego. Humility, my friends, is a very difficult task. We should not think how big, how small we are, how important or how unimportant we are. We should not think about the efforts, the victories, the defeats we have faced. Because when we look in the broader path, we'll realize that all we have come through is absolutely nothing in the path that we have to travel. Robert Frost rightly explains it, that woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The mother says that there are different levels of consciousness that we have in us, starting from the inconscient, subconscient, the physical, vital mind, the higher mind, the illumined mind, intuition, overmind, supermind, and Satchidananda. Our whole being is actually can be justified or explained as a form of concentric circles. The outer being is our Prakriti, the outer nature, that consists of two circles of the physical, vital, and the mind. When we separate this Prakriti from the Purusha, that is the inner mind, vital, and circle, we find the side being, our side being. There's a side being that's already there in us. There's Shakti all around the universe. But when we become conscious, when we become receptive, is when we allow the Shakti, the four Shaktis, Maheshwari, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, and Maheshwari to come and uplift us so that we understand the purpose of our life. With this much, I would conclude. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Isha. The next contestant is Rajashmita Senapati from DSSUD Burla. Great round of applause for her.
जो भी हुआ है भगवान की इच्छा से हुआ है। प्रभु जी कर रहे हैं तो शायद सही ही होगा, तो चिंता मत कर, भगवान सब सही कर देंगे। These are not the shlokas from Gita, neither they are the Gayatri mantra. Still, they are very common in Indian household. This shows the trust and belief all we have for the divine power. A member from Group B mentioned, "Do God exist?" But I think I was not satisfied from the answer. Everyone said that Sri Aurobindo mentioned, "Desire nothing but the purity, force, light, and calm." So we have to understand this point. Spiritualism, the divine power, is nothing. The incarnations of God with the hand, leg, it's nothing. The divine power is the positive energy. It is in the calmness. It is in the peaceful. A member having purity, force in the mind has divine power. You have divine power. I have divine power. We all are divine beings. Divine being doesn't mean God. Sri Aurobindo, Prophet, Jesus, Lord Vishnu and Krishna. They are not the God. The God, the divine power, is the positive energy, is the peacefulness, is the calmness in the chaotic world, in the world full of ego. That's what divine power says. And our presentation put the light on humility. What is humility? Humility focuses on nothingness.
Nothing is without the divine power. You are nothing. I am nothing. This award is nothing. This money is nothing. Nothing is possible without the wish of the divine power. The humility also puts the focus on that true humility is the humility before the divine. Don't think you are small. Don't think you are big. Today I am selected here in semi-finals. I may not be in finals. That doesn't mean I have not learned here from something. I am here because the divine power wanted me. If I am saying something because the divine power wanted me to share some spiritualism, I have to say you one thing, that understand that spiritualism is not a religion you have to read and follow. You have to feel it. You have to understand it. You are nothing without the wish of spiritualism. If you are sitting here, so the divine power wants you to learn something from here. So I want to bring us light and consciousness to stay without any chaos or any ego or any hatredness, without pressure or any egoness of others. Because we have to understand that we are a type of divine human being. We are a part of human divine being, and you are a divine power, I am a divine power, and every one of us has a divine power ourselves. So please feel it and bring the divine power yourself. Thank you, and you all have a blissful day.
Thank you, Rakesh. The next contestant is Anurag Kumar Bharadwaj from Roland Institute of Pharmaceuticals.
A very pleasant good afternoon to all the esteemed dignitaries, faculty members, participants present over here. Glory to Sri Aurobindo and glory to the Divine Mother. Before going deep into the topic, I just want to reflect my life in yesterday's group discussion. We had groups which consisted of 12 members. The majority of the group had 12 members. Today, also in the semi-final round, we have again 12 members in all the groups. And the paper which I got in today's chamber again consisted of mother symbol, which attracted my eye, and it again had 12 attributes. So this is what exactly the divine is going to happen, which happened a long year ago when on 15th of August 1872, Sri Aurobindo was born, and again on 15th of August 1947, our India got independent. It is what exactly the divine is going to happen. Now coming forward to the topic, that is the humility and the divine. Humility, if I say, more perfectly, if I say it is a true humility. True humility is what? Is the humility before the divine. So in order to achieve divine, you need to have humility, which is an attribute of mother symbol. The most important attribute in order to show your effectiveness, in order to show your concern, and in order to show your surrenderedness to the divine. Do not think big or small. It is nothing but divine. The human capability, the human intelligence, the human curiosity is nothing. If it is combined with divine, then only it can be a fruitful one. The divine consciousness is the main power, is the main driving force that runs our life. If I say that divine is something what is there inside our soul, it is true. Because we are the microcosmos, as what Principal Man said in today's morning, that we are the microcosmos. That means we have arrived from the God. And God is the epitome of divine. So we have divine in ourselves, but we need to analyze it. We need to have a self-introspection. We need to have a self-discovery in ourselves, which is what the Mother and Sri Aurobindo wanted in all of us, as in the way of integrating the empirical education with the higher education. In conclusion, I want to say that if we are a tree, divine is its root. If we are a building, divine is its base. And if we are the river, divine is the delta. With this short of notice, I am Anurag Kumar Bharadwaj, signing my speech. Thank you for listening.
Great presentation, Anurag. The next participant is Swastika Pali from OUAP. definitely afternoon to all the worthy listeners. We were shown a video of humility, and the first few phrases of the video consisted you, and only you bring the light in my life that would help us or me to get rid of my ego and pride. Humility is understanding the sunyata. Beyond success, failures, beyond losing and winning lies sunyata or nothingness. But it would only take an informed and knowledgeable mind to understand the anand in this sunyata. I also saw the 12 attributes that were given by the mother, and it was very surprising to me that all 12 are so special individually, and when it is brought together, they complement each other. Taking the example of aspirations and progress, aspiration should be one that teaches us humility. Aspiration is not something materialistic that we want to achieve a big house, a big car, a better position at job, but aspiration should be to be one with the higher consciousness. Progress, the true progress is that which takes us more towards our final goal, that is higher consciousness. Equality is what we learned from Sri Krishna, Sri Rama, when the Dwarkadhish washed the feet of his friend Sudama. It is humility. And peace is not a consequence, is not a precursor of humility, but a consequence of humility. Peace within and outside is a choice that we make every day. There is a mention in Gita which says, Kari Karai Thai Mohi, Mo Bino Anyo Gati Hai, which means that I am the Supreme Lord of this world. The meaning of Supreme Lord might change according to the religion, but here it means giving up to the higher powers in the universe and giving them the complete control of our life and doing work without any expectation. And finally, as a concluding remark, I would like to say, I forgot to mention one exercise that we might make every day to understand humility. What exactly is nothingness? I am speaking nothingness, but what is nothingness? There is a very profound step of yoga, that is Bhramari Pranayama, which means closing your ears, closing your eyes. What you feel after that is nothingness, and that is what we have to achieve eventually in our lives. We should take up this journey from understanding and happily seeking sunyata, which is nothing but a punyata in disguise. Thank you.
Thank you, Swastika. The next contestant is Om IPCS from SOA University. Yes, Om Prasad Patra from Human Autonomous College, absent. Next is Om Swarup from IPCS. Great round of applause for
I am a mere creation of the Creator, and let us not forget that in this room presents a high vibration that abstrains me from leaving away from the materialistic being and reminds me that I am here for a purpose to realize that there is a divine being among me and there is a divine being among each one of us. Not to forget that the words of Sri Aurobindo and the Divine Mother were, we as human beings should keep the aim of our life to realize that there is a divine being deep among us and we should get hold of that divine being and surrender all of our life towards the hand of the divine. Each time we all of us are engulfed by the shadows of darkness and modernity, we should remind that there is a divine which holds our fists and takes out us from the darkness. Human life can be compared to as a ship that is in the middle of the night and in the middle of the ocean. Each time we find that there is no way to the ship to reach the shore, there is a gust of wind that helps the ship to travel towards the shore, and as the light or the sunlight comes by the morning, the ship reaches its shore without any problem.
This happens only when we surrender ourselves in the feet of divine without any pride, without any ego, or without any negative feelings within ourselves. Not to forget, even a drop of water from the ocean is still water. In a similar way, we are Atma, which have been derived from the Almighty Paramatma. We are practicing a sense and a discipline of yoga, and we all are samyaks, or we all are sadhaks who are practicing this divine sadhana in the rule. Also to remind that we can see our lives as a sunflower. Like each time sunflower bends towards the sunlight, in a similar way, once we surrender ourselves to the divine, all of our life would come into place without any pride. To add one affirmation that each one of us should take each morning, I would like to say, "Oh God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." With this, I would like to conclude and thank you to all the divine souls present over here and the divine Almighty which guides all of us in His life. Thank you.
Thank you, Swaru, for your great presentation. The next contestant is Shweta Kumari from Doronda College. Great round of applause for her.
It is clap for Shweta.
There is no comparison of divine consciousness. I repeat, there is no comparison of divine consciousness. What we need in us is the self-awareness. So good afternoon to one and all present here. Hi Shweta. After summing up that podium, I just put one word, that is, what is an exact humility is. According to Sri Aurobindo, as he says that, only you and only you. This consecutive you is for ourselves, and we will evoke our spirit to tell that we are the one who can do everything, whatever we want, and if our self-inner spirit will be evoked, then we can know our strength. And if we will know our strength, then we can do each and everything that we want. As Sri Aurobindo says that, desire is nothing but the purity, force, life, whiteness and calm. When we will provoke our inner self, when we will evoke our supreme consciousness, then the power of consciousness will tell us that we are the one. We should never think that we are small, big. We should never think that we are important, unimportant. To connect with the divine, we need calmness, peacefulness and consciousness. And we will achieve these three things, then of course we cannot just distract from our path. We will connect our divine, we will connect our soul with the divine. And by this, we can also stand in the way of sadhana, spiritual discipline, by which we can give ourselves aranda. There is also one key concept of Sri Aurobindo, that is three. They are acceptance, alignment, and agreement. It teaches us that accept yourself as you are and align yourself and agree with yourself is easy. That we need to initiate in our life to make a way which will be free of obstacles, and that will be surely connect us with the divine power, and by achieving that, we can say that this is the exact humility. At last but not least, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that there is nothing which can destroy divine. There is nothing which can destroy divine, but divine has the power to create the self-right. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. So, the last contestant of Group 3 and also this oral presentation round is Vishnupriya Sahu from Kalam Institute of Technology. Great round of applause.
Glory to Ma Aurobindo. I am Vishnupriya Sahu. Yesterday, in the video section, Sir had said that he is just a medium to express the thought of Sri Aurobindo by him, through him. He is the channel, he is the messenger. I, Vishnupriya Sahu, want to declare myself and surrender myself in front of the divinity to express his own word to my channel, to my words. Thank you for having me. Surrendering to the divine, speaking the word of the divine,
and being the channel of the divine should be our destination, should be the real earth. We, as the human beings, are the part of nothing. We are the Siva. We are the Sunyata. We are achieving. We want to achieve the Sunyata. Being guided consciously by the divine is all about erasing our self-ego, erasing the ourself, erasing the us within us. I am expressing my thoughts about humility. What is humility? We can achieve that humility through the love, through the gratitude. We are not going to feel the emotion, just the gratitude, just the love. We have to be the gratitude. We have to be the love itself. That is the exact time, that is the exact point of time when we are going to have the divine. Being part of the divine means being part of nothing. We, as a human, are trying to manifest, are trying to understand the divine being with some mere action, mere manifestation. Wait, how can we manifest? How can we understand the infinity? वो मुझे बांध क्या सकता है जो शून्य को बांध ना सकता है? There is a famous line. Can we achieve that infinity? Can we achieve that nothingness? We are just mere human. I, ego, myself, Vishnupriya are just the words that the human is expressing themselves. That humans are using it, that human has created themselves for to express themselves. Being part of the nothing comes from the surrender. We have to surrender ourselves completely in front of the divine being, in front of the source of nothingness. That is the exact point of time when we are going to be the part of divine. I'm feeling kind of nervous right now, but I hope I'm able to convey my points here through the channel messages that I have gotten through the divinity. Thank you for having me, and thank you. Thank you for everything. Great round of applause for Sir.
Perhaps all of you quoted a potential line of Sri Aurobindo, but we have to complete this sentence, and that will reflect the real truth. Your sentence is, desire nothing but the purity, force, light, wideness, calm, Anand of the divine consciousness and its insistence to transform you to perfect your body, mind and life. All this program, all your effort, all your speech, all your participants, all your aim is to perfect body, mind and spirit, and all in transformation. So, my thanks to all to quote for you quoting the potential word, but you have to know, to instance for your perfection, divine perfection.
As we approach the conclusion of stage 3, a great round of applause for all the contestants who have presented their great time and also showcased their talent in front of our jury members. We intend to disclose the result following the lunch break. Therefore, we will take a break for lunch until 3 p.m. I kindly ask our volunteers to guide the participants to the lunch area Annapurna. Thank you.